Hello, I'm QnA, and one of my weirder interests is probably conspiracy theories. I really love reading into conspiracy theories, not because I believe them, but because I'm fascinated by how people make them sound believable. And most of what it comes down to is honestly just asking questions with the right tone of voice and the right level of questioning, and it can make anything sound like a conspiracy. And I figured the best way to prove that was to take my weekly or sometimes weekly Q&A series where people asked me questions and to ask their questions, but in ways that made things sound like they're conspiracies. So what I did is I tweeted out asking 4 questions, and then I ignored that tweet and I instead threw people off the scent and asked on YouTube for any Q&A sassy questions, and that's where all of these came in. This was a community post on YouTube, and we're going to start with this first question, which came in from Dawaffle47, who says, do you have an unstable sleep schedule? If so, does it affect your YouTube in any way? And yeah, it seems a bit suspicious, doesn't it, that I posted that, community post at 4 AM, and the first question happens to be about my sleep schedule. It's funny how the community post was at 4 AM, this comment was at 4 AM, and this video could be recorded at 4 AM, for all we know. The time of these recordings is never really made public, right? It seems a bit weird that you could have such an unstable sleep schedule for so many different events. Maybe the truth is that I'm actually based on New York time, and that's why I have such reasonable time to posts if you live on the east or west coast of America. Seems suspicious, eh? But no, to actually answer your question, I have a really unstable sleep schedule, mostly because of travel. Like when you go so many hours east and so many hours west, it starts to mess with your body after a little bit. And I've honestly just gone to the point where, like, if I know I'm going somewhere, like I'm going to Mexico, as this video is going live actually, I'm going to Mexico, so it's like, why don't we get our sleep schedule ready for that? And then I'm waking up at like midday, going to sleep at 3 AM, and it's pretty messy, but surprisingly it doesn't affect too much of my life besides having to wake up early to receive an Amazon package sometimes. And besides that, like, it means I'm actually like better at socializing because I can stay out for longer without being crazy tired, and it means that like YouTube is a little bit better because I can stream at random times. It's been fun streaming at random times of the day, and yeah, a lot of people have enjoyed that too. So yeah, there's actually been some benefits, or maybe I'm just saying that to throw you off the real scent. Who knows for sure? So with that said, let's move to the second question, which comes in from Chris D, who says, what do you say to people when they ask what you do for a living? And if you say I work on the internet or something similar, then they ask for something more specific, what do you say? Also, Toycat is yes. Thank you, by the way. So what do I say when people ask what I do? Seems a bit suspicious that I've never addressed this one before, right? You'd figure at some point I would have clarified what I say when people ask what I do for a living. It's almost as if I don't do anything for a living. This YouTube channel is all an illusion. You've just imagined this. You're having a psychosis episode, and I'm the one profiting with the AdSense. I think I've actually gone all the way around on this one. So when people actually ask me what I do, I'm either like all full front honest about it, like, hey, I make things on the internet and I hope they don't ask questions. Or for most people, if I think they might know what YouTube is, because I don't want to seem like a YouTuber to someone who really is aware of YouTube. So for most younger people, because younger people know YouTube a lot better, I'll be like, so I work at the bank, and most people don't have a follow-up question to that one. And even if they do, it's like, oh yeah, no, I just sit at the desk. I don't know the interest rates or anything like that. I just see money every now and then. There's not even that much of it. Did you know money's a lie, by the way? Did you know money was a conspiracy invented by the government to keep us all docile while we actually have all of our value eroded away by society? And like a tiny bit of that's actually true. Again, there's a little bit of truth in every conspiracy theory. It's just watered down a lot by lies. And now you know that my lie about working at the bank, I mean, it's not entirely true. Sometimes I pull out my phone and I will do work at the bank, which means I am working at the bank in that moment. And therefore, if someone asks, do you work at the bank? It's not a lie for me to be like, well, I do work at the bank sometimes, just not very often and not as my full-time thing. There you go, a fun fact. You can lie to people and technicalities and it's entirely okay. Next question here is, how is your day? And your life recently? Also, can you do another drunk stream? Seems a bit weird that this person forgot the 1-question rule and then asked 3 questions which seem very similar. If my day was going good, then my life might be going well at the same time. Those things are usually quite linked, would you not say? And would you not also say that if I was, doing another drunk stream, that would also tank the 2 previous things? All of these questions are in fact the same. So, first of all, the last drunk stream I don't acknowledge was a thing. It didn't happen. Find proof that it did. Checkmate. Second of all, if we did another stream where we drank melon juice, which is what we were drinking that last stream, and what we would be drinking in the future, I want to find like a good reason for it. I don't want to be that guy who's like, hey, just one of the things I do is stream drunk, because I think that's bad for my well-being, and I don't think it's something like everyone wants to see. I think if it's something where I can be like, hey, let's test out something, like, can I beat Minecraft if I'm, like doing this every 10 minutes, or, maybe we can make a donation-based thing. I don't know for sure, but I guess you'll find out soon, or will you? we'll have to find that one out, won't we? Next question comes in from QnA, who says, what keeps you motivated to keep playing in your 6 to 7 year old survival world? So here's the thing, right? What does keep me motivated? Why would I play the same world for almost 7 years now? The 7-year anniversary soon, by the way. I want to do like a big tour for it. It's a fun idea I've got in my head, but yeah, isn't it a bit suspicious that like 7 years is coming up and you're still playing the same world? Everyone else gets bored of their world within a few months, do they not? Even the famous SMP servers often reset every 6 months, which to me seems to reset some of their progress, but it seems suspicious that I've never gotten bored of this same world. It's almost as if I am demotivated entirely. But what if me saying that I'm demotivated entirely? Seems weird that I would give away the answer if that was the case. What if that's a conspiracy? What if me saying I'm demotivated is actually my way of clarifying that actually I really love playing Minecraft on the same world, but forever? What if that's my real impression and intention here? What if, regardless of YouTube, regardless of these sorts of things, the thing I love about Minecraft is the long-term imprint you can make on a world and the success that you can have and the things that you can enjoy because you've been playing for a certain amount of time? What if that was the real goal? That would be a revelation. But we'll never know for sure because this conspiracy just runs too many layers deep. But yeah, I really like playing survival, and that if you're gonna play survival, it makes sense to keep playing in the same world. I don't know why everyone else disagrees with me on that one, but that's my honest opinion. Or is it my honest opinion? Silver PhD asks, how do you do so well at keeping on schedule with your content? As a budding content creator myself, any tips or tricks would be handy. So here's the thing about that question. How do I keep going so well? Isn't it suspicious that it's been so many years since I missed a day of upload on YouTube? It seems as though, you know, by pure chance, by pure happenstance, I wouldn't have a video. So the truth is, to give you, to tell you how the sausage is made, I'm gonna break the fourth wall here, although I guess YouTube videos don't have a fourth wall because I'm always talking directly to you, the audience. But I'm gonna break the fifth wall and I'm gonna say, Steve, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna ruin the illusion. This is how the sausage is made. YouTubers generally upload content in advance. One of the things that I think is a godsend on YouTube is being able to work on videos for days where you need to take time off, because the truth is, one of the things that helped me out really early on is I wanted to make YouTube videos every day, make a bunch of YouTube videos every single day ever. But if you do that long enough, if you do something for your entire life, you know, all day, every day, it starts to burn you out real quick. So it's important to do things in motivated, concentrated bursts. And that's what I do with YouTube. I have days where I'm like, I really want to do so many things. Like right now, I want to be like, I want to defeat the Ender Dragon with just a pickaxe, except not just you know, a diamond pickaxe, because that's basically a wooden sword. I want to use a wooden pickaxe because that's basically nothing. I'd love to know, can you beat the dragon using just that? I'd love to prove that out and test that out. You know, I was thinking like, you know, it'd be really cool if we did like, you know, like some upside down survival. I've got so many ideas like running through my head that I'd love to do after this, and that's the best thing. I think keeping yourself motivated so you can achieve more in less time. That way you can have more time to cool down and have ideas back. Especially if, you know, like when I started YouTube, you're in college or school or whatever else. Now it is my full-time thing, but if you're working with limited time, it's important to fill that limited time with your best motivation in concentration so that you reach saturation. But no, seriously, one of the things that really helps as a YouTuber is having off days, which are covered by scheduled uploads. And yeah, I think these days you can just have off days anyway. Like YouTube's really good at not forcing you to upload every day now. It's something I choose to do because I want to, you know, for all of my subscribers. But yeah, you can take off days on YouTube these days. And if you want to keep on schedule, just, you know, like you've got to be motivated with anything in life, right? You can't, you know, going to the gym every day isn't easy. You've got to motivate yourself. Doing a YouTube video every day isn't easy. You've got to motivate yourself and come up with something that you want to do. Otherwise, it's going to show in the bad content, which is why I really enjoy what I do these days. Maybe you agree, maybe you disagree, but that's just my honest thoughts. I hope it helps you out, Mr. Silver PhD, with the YouTube channel. Anyway, with that said, let's move into Daniel, or Music No An EL, who's, you know, suspicious how his name isn't readable. It's almost like he's hiding from the truth, because he says, with a source of income as unstable as YouTube, although becoming somewhat more stable, I'd argue, do you ever consider a plan B if YouTube fails? If so, what would it be? So here's the thing about this question. It's suspicious how he says that YouTube is a unstable source of income and then says it's becoming more stable. Which is it, Daniel? Or is that your real name, Mr. Person with a blue icon? Are you really Daniel? Or are you just someone pretending to be Daniel so you can ask about my secret plan B? So if you're curious as what my secret plan B is, by the way, honestly, I do consider this sometimes like, yeah, YouTube is one of the greatest like privileges in my life, that I get to make videos for people who want to receive those videos. There aren't many jobs in the world where you get to do things for people that want you to do things for them. Or maybe that's a lot of jobs, but I mean, I don't know, it feels fulfilling to me that people are actually specifically going out of their way to receive this, whereas, I don't know, if you're selling to random strangers, you're kind of forcing them to be into your thing. I like that the way it works on YouTube is like people who want to find my stuff come and find me. I like that a lot. I think that's a great little thing. However, obviously YouTube isn't always going to last forever. Even the longest lasting YouTubers are like 10 to 12 years on YouTube now, and only for like 10 of that it's been a job. So what is the plan for when YouTube backs off? So the first thing, this is something I wish I could tell every YouTuber to follow up on the Silver PhD thing. Live on a small percent of your income. If you do have a month where you kill it and you earn double, because the weird thing about YouTube is that you do go up and down so much. Like instead of earning, let's say $1,000 a month, you'll earn $1,500 some months and $500 some others. Try and save as much of the good months, and every month there should be a huge amount that's saved, because the truth is, with careers like athlete, with careers like celebrity or YouTuber or anything where fame or like peak performance is a part of the job, you're only going to have a certain number of years where you can earn that money. Most people work from like 18 to 65, I want to say. As a YouTuber, you might work from 18 to 25. You gotta pack a lot more work into a lot fewer years to be successful in these fields, and that's why some people burn out like crazy, and that's why it's kind of tricky to do. So yeah, first of all is like save as much as you humanly can. That's why you'll never catch me, like buying a Lamborghini or a super expensive watch because, oh yeah, I totally earned it. I mean, I got like $300 in donation yesterday, so I deserve a $3,000 watch. Like, you never catch me doing something like that, because the number one thing that money can buy is financial stability, and you should be trying to buy that if you live in an unstable career. Maybe I'm crazy on that one, but my plan B, in case all of that fails, is probably to do something tangentially related to this. So there's two plans there. Like, let's say YouTube no longer lets you monetize videos. I'd have to be like, okay, we're gonna try the best we can to crowdfund the videos in whatever way it makes sense, like like the Patreons or whatever. And if that's not possible, if there's just no YouTube and there's no videos, there's nothing like that. Honestly, the book writing thing I do on the side is super fun. I really like writing. I don't know if I've said this, but right now I'm working on a book. It's called like the list book is Clickbait, just a list of things in the because on the internet we all know what clickbait looks like, but real life is filled with so many forms of clickbait that you don't realize until so much later. But I think it'd be kind of cool to write about, like, hey, did you know even the EU is clickbait, or like first class is clickbait, and all these sorts of different things. Like, I think it'd be fun to like write about misconceptions, I guess, in the modern world. It's something I'm having fun writing, and yeah, that could be like a fun secondary career that I have like a few months from the buffer of YouTube ending to kind of move into. So yeah, that is my plan. That's my serious answer. Or is it? Maybe I said all of that so I could hide you off the real scent, because when the money runs out, you better believe I'm running to Mexico with all my money strapped in cash to my ankles. Mexico's probably not a very good choice, actually. If you're gonna run to anywhere, you'd probably want to run somewhere that's not Mexico. Anyway, with that said, let's move into the second to last question, which comes in from Isaac Stevenson, who says, where do you get the energy to talk so fast? It's interesting, isn't it? Most people talk at a normal speed, but IBX Toycat talks much faster than them. Maybe IBX Toycat isn't a person. I mean, if he was a person, why would he be talking in third person this whole time? The real answer here, by the way, is just like, it takes more energy for me to slow down than to speed up. Like, naturally being sped up is my normal speed, let's call it, because I want to deliver the information I have as fast as possible. Obviously, one of the things I want to get better at is, like, some people are slow with information, and some people don't have English as their native first language, and they need to have things slowed down a bit. But yeah, if I can deliver information twice as fast, why wouldn't I? Why would you be, twice as slow as you need to be? Sometimes speaking by itself is nice. Sometimes I enjoy enunciating every word and making really good points like that. But I feel like, especially for the Minecraft tutorials I used to make, it was handy for people to just have everything in twice the speed, especially before YouTube had speed options. So that's where I get the energy to talk so fast. Or did I actually skip the energy part of the question because I have a secret source of energy I'm not willing to share? Who knows for sure? Anyway, with that said, let's move into the last question, which comes in from Ready Freddy, who says, what is the meaning of milk? And you know what? this is a good point to end today's Q&A. So thank you very much for watching it. You shouldn't like this video if you like it. That's right, you gotta throw people off the scent. If you like this video, they'll know that you liked it. So instead, make sure you don't like it. If you really did like this video, I'm reverse psychologying you. And I wanna see how many fewer likes we can get on this video than normal. So yeah, make sure you unlike this video if you already like. Actually, can you unlike on YouTube? If you've already liked the video, then you messed up. You've ruined it. Don't dislike that. Doesn't really affect anything, except it just means when people get to the video, they're gonna be super confused about the whole thing. So yeah, what you can do is subscribe with notifications turned on if you want to see more intel and information drops like this one daily on your homepage. Thank you very much for watching. I'll leave a link to the book down below, or maybe I won't. I hopefully have a link to the book down below. It should be available to pre-order on Amazon right now, or maybe it's not at all. Maybe that's a thing that's in the future. Read the description, except no one reads the description, so I guess have a nice day, and I'll see you all for a pretty nostalgic Seed Sunday tomorrow. Goodbye.